Hi, I'm the eidetictelekinetic Mun. My name's Kate. You guys probably already know that. I think I've mentioned it. I know I do the Muse and Mun things, but if you didn't see those, my name is Kate. I got 10 questions, but they're all from the same person. The Joan Watson. Joan Mun, I love you, thank you. So, I'm just going to run through those and then maybe just, mention a couple other things, the type of things people usually talk about in these videos. Just, I don't know. Okay, so, you'd think I'd be better at this. I've done it before. Different account, I guess that helps. Or doesn't help, whatever. Anyway, so, first question, what's my favorite candy? Funnily enough, someone else asked me this today. My favorite candy is Kit Kats. I've always liked them. A couple of times where they weren't my favorite. Twix was there for a while, Three Musketeers was there for a while, plain Hershey dark chocolate bars were there for a while. It was actually kind of funny. My one friend laughed at me quite a lot when we went to the Wawa. Wait a minute. Wawa's a regional thing, isn't it? The convenience store. Wawa's the one near us, and they didn't have them when like I said, my favorite was dark chocolate for a while. And my friend S laughed her ass off at me. But, well, I deserved it. I deserved it. So, back to Kit Kats now. Nothing else, you can find them everywhere. Oh, favorite childhood memory. This one's not... At the time, it wasn't a big... This is more a favorite memory in hindsight, which would be, it's when I met my two best friends for several years, Steph and Lauren. And they were... we met at the playground completely by chance. Hit it off when we started talking about the Harry Potter movie. It was the first movie, and the fact that it had just come out a month ago tells you about how long ago this was. I was 11 at the time, so this was almost 11 years ago. So, it wasn't, at the time it was just, a nice thing that happened. It's a favorite memory in retrospect because I met them at a really rough time, and if I hadn't met those friends when I did, it wouldn't have been pleasant for me. Sorry. Getting over 2 colds, and I can't take cough medicine. I'll get to that. I'll get to that in a minute, actually. Because that's the answer to number 4. But, yeah, so... Also, I apologize for looking off to the side, if you can even tell because of the glare off my glasses, because I've got the webcam window off to the side while I'm reading off the questions, and I can't help but look at myself, even though I know I should be looking at the camera. What are you going to do? Anyway, so, my dream job. Dream job would be covering national politics for a national news organization, preferably CNN, because my dream is television. Yeah, I know, this doesn't really bode well for television, but I work much better when I have a script. I am very good when I have a script. When I go off script, I'm nuts. But what are you going to do? Anyway. Again, really sorry about the coughing. There's nothing I can do about it. So, anyway. Yeah, I love politics. I'm a political science minor and a journalism major, and the reason I am those things is because I want to do political journalism. And I like CNN because MSNBC, well, Fox News is far right. Whether you like Fox News or not, I think you'll agree Fox News is the right wing. MSNBC is getting more and more the left's answer to Fox. Don't like that. So, CNN. CNN's the closest to neutral of the major news channels that are watched by large amounts of people. So, dream job is definitely working at CNN as a political analyst of some kind, political reporter. Am I allergic to anything? Well, like I said, here's where the coughing thing comes in. I'm not entirely sure if it counts, because I don't know if this is an allergy or a drug reaction, or if they're the same thing, but I can't take cough medicines. DM is basically what is in all cough meds, and it makes me high. Worst incident was I took Acme brand, grocery store brand Dayquil. I might as well have bought a joint and smoked it, to be honest. I was that stoned. Unlike my character, I don't like to be stoned. It freaked me the hell out. Other DM doesn't hit me quite as hard, but it makes me very spacey. It's not pleasant. And so it's the closest thing to an allergy that I'm aware of having. Although I joke that I'm allergic to work because my nose always itches a lot when I'm at the register. I don't know what causes that, but saying I'm allergic to work makes people laugh sometimes, so there you go. Number 5, cats or dogs? Ooh. Cats. I like dogs. I do like dogs. But I've always loved cats, ever since I was little. Favorite TV show? Well, I play a character from Suits. So Suits is one of my 2 favorites. The other one, you guys probably know this. Well, I actually answered this question earlier today on a Mun listing thing. But if you didn't see that, if you've seen all my Game of Thrones, Song of Ice and Fire related reblogs, you've probably figured out that my other favorite show is Game of Thrones. I'm even wearing my Stark shirt today. Yeah. I'm a dork, okay? I was earlier today before I took them off to attempt to take a nap, which failed. I was wearing my Agent Coulson Lives bracelet and my Captain America bracelet that was made for me by a dear friend. And I had them both on the same wrist at the same time as I'm wearing the Game of Thrones shirt. I'm a dork, and I have learned to be happy with that. Most of the time. Anyway. So yeah, those are my 2 favorite shows, with Elementary, NCIS, and Castle right behind them. But I love Game of Thrones and Suits a little more. Just a little, but more. If I could travel in time, where would I go? Ooh. 2 places. And I want to note that I would not want to stay in either of them. Especially the first one I'm going to bring up. Second one, little better. Until the Romans showed up. Then it wasn't so great. Tudor England. I want to visit Tudor England. The best time would probably be while Anne Boleyn's Star Wars Rising, because, God, I want to know what was true and what wasn't about her. Or Jane Seymour's time, simply because she has been so whitewashed by history that, well, no, not by history, by Henry, because she gave him his son, died doing it, so she was, like, forever his hero for that. I want to know what the real woman was like, and you would get at least some idea of that if you saw her in person. The other place I'd love to visit is Egypt during the reign of Cleopatra. More specifically, I'd love to visit her court. Again, just sheer fascination with the character. There were 2 favorite time periods. Well, I gotta admit, if I couldn't visit Cleopatra's court, I'd love to see Octavian's Rome, because I'm fascinated by him too. That's just how it is for me. Octavian, Cleopatra, most fascinating historical figures. Tudor period, most fascinating period to me. How that works? That's just how it is. Tudor is my first fandom, actually, as I think of it. But that's, now I'm rambling. Oh, who the fuck am I kidding? I always ramble. Anyway, what am I most thankful for? Jesus Christ. I don't know. That's terrible, isn't it? What am I most thankful for? I'd have to say my friends. I mean, I love my family. I do. I don't always click with them too well, though. Just different personality types, that kind of thing. So I guess I'm most grateful for my friends, because there's always someone to talk to, you know? And, of course, you're there when they need to talk. That's how it works. But it's nice to know that you're never... Friends remind you you're not alone, so I'm most thankful for my friends. If I were to give Mike a nickname, what would it be? Well, you know, to be perfectly honest, I actually really like, the Mojo Man nickname that, Andrelissa Thomas is one of my RP partners here as Mike. And her Andy character refers to Mike as Mojo Man, and he calls her Mood Ring. And it's like this old, we created like a whole backstory for them and this whole deal. And I really like that nickname. I also like the puppy thing. I don't like it in some of the contexts it gets used in fanfic, but that's a different issue. Personal thing. You do what you like. I don't always like certain things, but you know, whatever. But for myself, there was a scene that I was coming up with for a fanfic that I kind of scrapped. It's still kind of like maybe there, The nickname is for Loras Tyrell, is what the character calls Mike. Now, Loras Tyrell is a reference, a Game of Thrones Song of Ice and Fire reference. And it's talking about this man, Sir Loras Tyrell. And he's in love with, he's a knight, but when he was a squire, knight in training, for anyone who doesn't know, he fell in love with Lord Renly Baratheon, who was his knight master, the guy teaching him how to be a knight. Of course, Loras is actually better at it than Renly, but that's another story. He's a better fighter, so on and so forth. Anyway, not the point. Point is, gee, somebody falling for the man who's supposed to be teaching them how to be something. Do I really have to spell out why I have Mike being referred to as Loras Tyrell? Of course, the awkward part to that is that makes Harvey Renly, and Renly ends up dead. But we're going to pretend that doesn't happen, because that has nothing to do with anything. And, oh, yes, by the way, if it's not obvious, these are two different videos. The first one cut off abruptly, right in the middle of this, so I lost what I said there. So I'm going to, I guess, try to recreate it a bit. So the next question was, hang on, I gotta pull it back up, because I didn't realize I'd lost part of the video. Come on, load. Come on. My internet's been bitchy today. Yeah, so 3 nicknames for Mike: Mojo Man, Puppy, and Loras Tyrell, because it amuses me. The last one in particular just amuses the hell out of me. And then, personal hero. Yeah, I don't have one. It's terrible, isn't it? I mean, that seems really, really awful. But I don't have a personal hero. I just don't. There's people I admire, both, or people that I consider, you know, people to emulate in certain aspects, both fictional and real. And, so there's that, but not my personal hero. I can't think of anyone. I feel kind of guilty about that. Okay, so, well, that's the end of the questions. I guess, well, honestly, I just want to thank everyone. Everyone I've RP'd with, in particular, everyone for following me in the first place. And, like I said, in particular, people I RP with, because I've never really had, I guess, such a cross-fandom experience before. I played on Tutors forums originally as, oh god, I played, how many people did I play? I played, like, I played so many different people, a lot of them several times over. I also had a tendency to play one or the other half of married couples. Like, on one side I'd play the husband, on the other I'd play the wife. It was kind of weird. But, of course, there was one pairing in particular, if I played the husband, I could never find anyone who would play his wife, which killed me, because they were, like, my favorite, from the show, my favorite pairing. Even though they hated each other on the show. Anyway, the thing about the Tutors, the television show, which was a very good show, even if the history was kind of shit half the time, there were no happy married couples. The only happy couples weren't married. It was really kind of ridiculously hilarious and stupid. But yeah, the only happy couples the only functional couples weren't married. We joked about it on the Tutors forums. It was ridiculous. But anyway, so I'm getting off topic. I do that. This is why I need a script. So I played on Tutors forums, and obviously that's not crossover. Played on Inception, LJCom, again, not crossover. Tried to pan FandomCom once, but we mostly played within the subgroups that were fandoms. When I tried to cross fandom, it tended to be, it didn't work very well. I did try. I just failed. And my Cap blog, Steve Rogers, Captain America, I'm Cap out of time. I play outside, but not as much as I've done with Mike. I don't know why it came a lot easier. Probably partly because there's all kinds of Avengers canon characters. Like so many people playing them, and there's almost no Suits RPers at all, which, as much as I love my cross fandom play, it still makes me sad. Because I like canon play as well. But it just came real easy. And maybe that's because my mic is a bit of a crossover. I don't know, but, I mean, I played with people from fandoms I don't know. I know at least a couple of the people I play with aren't familiar with Suits, and they only know my mic, which, oh god. I'm not sure I'm a very good, at advertisement for the show. But you should all watch Suits, because anyone who plays with me who thinks they like my mic and they don't know the show, you should watch the actual show, because, well, the real thing is better than I can ever be, so just watch it. Of course, then maybe you won't like me anymore, but you'll have gotten into a very good show, so watch it anyway. But yeah, I just want to thank everyone, because I'm having a great time, and I hope to continue having a great time. It's been a blast so far. Just so much fun. So thank you for following me. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for putting up with all the out of character shit I do, which is mostly Game of Thrones related. So if you don't like Game of Thrones, I'm really, really sorry. I do try to tag as Welcome to Westeros, so you can Tumblr savior me if it comes to that. But yeah, you put up my Game of Thrones with my insane rambling, OC out of character posts. God, you're putting up with this insane ramble if you're actually watching this. Just thank you. Thank you, and I'm really tempted to sign off. Screw it, yeah. I'm going to sign off with Edward R. Murrow, who might actually be the closest I've got to a personal hero, going back to that question. Famous radio journalist, also one of the first people to really do television, even though radio was what he really loved. He did World War II. He did a lot of coverage for World War II. He did a lot of coverage for decades, various wars. I've seen the documentary on him twice, and he was an amazing man, but he always signed off with, and there was a movie about this, he signed off with good night and good luck, so that is how I will sign off. Thank you for watching, thank you for following and or playing with me, and good night and good luck.